Hello, this is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. Thanks for joining my podcast today. I always enjoy it when you guys show up, and we're going to talk about business. And today we're going to continue on with our leadership discussion. And today the story is the story about you knowing how to tell your story. Let me give you a good example. Several years ago, I had a client that came to me and they wanted to purchase a coffee farm in Hawaii. And they also wanted to start a string of coffee shops. Well, the problem is that they were so green at this that they never thought the process through. So they had an investor that wanted to meet with them. And so they called me and said, "Hey, can you come with us and meet this investor down in Los Angeles?" And I said, "Sure, I'll do it." And so I went down there. We met at the restaurant, and the investor started to ask questions. And of course, the problem arose very quickly because the individuals who needed the money could not tell the story of what they were building. They could not tell this story. So they looked at me, and luckily I knew the story because I had seen the financials. I had seen the layout of the coffee farm. I had seen the business plan for building these coffee shops. I even knew what the design was going to look like, and the logo was going to look like. I had studied it because I was responsible for the financial side of that new business. But they, as the owners, did not know this story. So they looked at me, and I jumped in and I told the story. Here's the problem. The investor then said, "Hey, you guys don't know your story. You don't know what you're even doing." And he asked them questions and they could not answer, and I had to answer the questions for them. He got up from the table and he walked away, and they lost the ability to get him as an investor. Now, if the people who are starting this business cannot tell this story, why put money into a company when they don't even know what the story is? What are they doing? That's the question. That's the problem. So you have to know your story, and it's vital that you know your story. Let's go. We're going to follow my book, You Can Lead, and in there it talks about knowing your story. And I'm just going to go through some of them today. So the most important part, as I have said, and as I have pounded on to you, I hope I've pounded this on to you, is that you need to know your story. So you got to start, number one, you got to start with the why. Why are you in existence? Why are you starting this company? Why? You have to answer all the whys. Because that investor, those employees, those future management want to know why they should join you. And if you don't know what that why is, you've kind of lost it there. Number two, use a storytelling techniques. Now, if you go to the internet, there are a whole bunch of teachers out there who are telling you how to tell your story. There are books out there. Study them, study them, study them, because storytelling is a vital part of your company. It's that most important part where you are telling investors what you're all about. And you have to have a story, and you've got to practice that story. You have literally got to know. Storytelling is a powerful tool for engaging and inspiring people. Use storytelling techniques to make your business story more compelling and memorable. For example, use anecdotes, metaphors, and personal experiences to illustrate the impact your company is making in the world or will make in the world. You have got to know how to tell that story. It's important. It's vital. Number three is be authentic. Authenticity is key to building trust with your audience. Be honest and transparent about the company's successes and failures. Share your personal story and how it has influenced your relationship your leadership style, everything about you to manage that company. It's vital. And then number four, know your audience. Know who you're talking to. Know that investor that you're talking to. Do your due diligence on that investor so you know what they're looking for, how they deal with you, how you can answer their questions. Be able to know the audience of who you're trying to hire. If you don't know how to tell your story to that individual that you want to hire, you're not going to get the best people. I can guarantee you on that. And then number 5, you got to practice. You have got to stand in front of that mirror and you've got to practice your storytelling. You've got to bring your friends in and say, listen, I want to tell you my story, and let them critique you. It's the best way. Go to a mentor, find a mentor, or go to a business coach like myself. Tell me your story and let's hone it up so that it's believable. Because I want it to be memorable on the minds, in the hearts of the people that you're trying to tell your business story to. I love telling a story. I'm great at telling a story. But the only problem is I'm not talking for you. You have to know your story. You have got to understand everything about your company that is going to make people say, wow. Pop it out and say, wow. This is Mike Lodge. If you would like to sit down with me and tell me your story or just have business coaching, go to www.lodge-co.com or send me an email at thebusinessadvisor@gmail.com. thebusinessadvisor@gmail.com. You can see them right here below. That's right there. Take note. So know your story. Be a good storyteller. Learn how to be a good storyteller. Listen to other storytellers. Get enthused about your storytelling. This is Mike Lodge. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.